Hi all, welcome back to my channel. If you are continuing watching my videos, you have already find out the lecture basics of the microprocessor, and that is lecture number 1, and today I am sharing the lecture number 2 where I am going to just touch of the architecture, pin diagram and the languages, which language is supported by the microprocessor, because my architecture and the part of your pin diagram, all of these are most common topics, and you can find out in Google search, or you can find out in the YouTube. Lots of videos are related about the pin diagram architecture, and that's all. My objective of my this tutorial is that to clear your concept and the conceptual of some bus system, some topics related about the bus, and how to select the operation of the bus in different time for the different purpose. To emphasize the logic of the bus, you have to know the basics before going to the logic of the bus system. So here I am going to share some topics like language program, which language is supported by the microprocessor, what is the actual pin diagram, what is address bus, control bus and data bus, and the interfacing technique. So if you are newcomer in my channel, then please subscribe my channel and click the bell icon just besides the subscription box and click all, because when I will put any type of videos, you will be notified at the time. My channel is related about the job notifications, where you can find out some government, private and as well as some online money earning job strategy, and as well as some engineering tutorial, where you can already, I have posted lots of video related about the microcontroller 8051, and today and now the series is going on the microprocessor 8085. And if you have any queries, any doubts or related about any topic, you let's write in my comment section below. I will definitely try my best to clear your doubts, and also you can find out some discussion where you can find out the tips and tricks how to crack exam. So let's go to my laptop screen and find out what is the actual topic for today. As the main important part is the tri-state logic of bus, and the how to change the logic of the buses when the different buses will be controlled, will be selected according to the performance of the microprocessor. So if you want to know, but before clearing the concept of the buses, you have to point out the basics of the microprocessor, that is like architecture, like pin diagram, Harvard architecture, because the architecture is divided in two parts, and one thing is that microprocessor is following some architectures, that is one is Harvard architecture, and where you can get the that architecture is related that where digital computer architecture, and the design is based on some concept of the separating storage capacity of the separate bus, that is signal path, for the instruction and the data, and it was basically developed to overcome the bottleneck of the von Neumann architecture. So this is the von Neumann architecture, and this is the digital computer architecture as well as, and the program data and the instruction data are stored in the same memory here, but the architecture was designed by the famous mathematician and the physicist John von Neumann in the 1945. Okay, so the main point is that what is the basic difference between the von Neumann and the Harvard model, where you can get here, that is, this is the, in case of Harvard model, there is the differentiate the instruction memory and the data memory, but in case of von Neumann model, that is where the total memory unit is consisting to hold the informations and the instructions as well as. So microprocessor is following the Harvard model. Okay guys, now the point is the languages, and where the language is divided in the assembly language, machine language, high level language. Probably you all know that what is the high level language, where we can get some C, C++, Java techniques, and in case of assembly language, what is the low level programming language for the supporting by the computer, microprocessor, microcontroller, and the assembly language is consisting of the simple codes. Okay, when you are going to programming and giving some command to the ICs, then that is supporting only the assembly language program. the software uses to convert the assembly program into the machine code, because when I will give some comment depending upon the assembly level language, microprocessor cannot understand the languages. So what will that? Then assembly level language must be converted to that type of language which is understood by the microprocessor or any microcontroller or any type of ICs, and that language which is understand and which is acceptable by the machine, that is ICs, that is called the machine level language. Now let's go to see how it is happened. That is next. Next is the machine level language, and the lowest level programming language except for the microprocessor, computer, and utilize some programmable microcode. Machine language are the only languages understood by the computers, and in that case each and every CPU has its own unique machine language. And here we can pointing out that the while easily understood by the computer, machine languages are almost impossible for the human to use, because they consist entirely the numbers. Okay, and in that case this is the high level language, and this is going to the compiler. This compiler can convert the high level language to the machine code, and this is the assembler which is responsible to convert the assembly language to the machine code. And also there is some interpreter, and this interpreter is going to be as a buffer or as a intermediate portion which converting the high level language to the machine code. And you can see here that this is some assembly level language. You can understand this language where LD, A2, ST, OR4, all the caps, all letters of the alphabet is caps, and we can get here some numbers. And in this topic I will share that assembly level language and machine level language. Assembly level language also works on some hexadecimal number. Okay, and machine level language, this hexadecimal number is converted to the binary number in case of machine code. So in this cases you have to clear the idea for the data conversion of the number system, that is hexadecimal to binary or binary to hexadecimal number. I will also mention the next day in the video. But if you have any queries, if you have any doubts related about the microprocessor, write in my comment section below. I will definitely try my best to clear your doubts. Okay, all of you know that this is the pin diagram. All of you know the pin diagram. This is the as most common part of the microprocessor in each and every board exam, isn't it? So here one thing is that if you have any interest, have any doubt, then I will go in different video related about the pin diagram, but I don't want to waste times here because this is the most common thing. And the main thing is that here the AD0 to AD7, and in that case A8 to A15. So guys, here you have to pointing out the A. Okay, A0 to A15, this is the main address bus. What is the bus? Bus is nothing but the group of conductors through which the informations like data are transferred from IC to memory, from IC to input to device. Now first one is that before one day I have already discussed that through the address bus microprocessor is try to communicate. Microprocessor is try to point out some address locations of the memory location. Okay, so where the address bus is responsible, and in that topic I am sure, and here I go to discuss that this is the, and this address bus is basically the 16-bit address bus. Okay, this is the basically 16-bit address bus. So it is represented at A0 to A15, and in that case where also let me take the another pen. A D, here also D, okay, where D0 middle bit, that is AD 7, that means here we can get 8 bit and this is the another 8 bit. Okay, so first 8 bit, that means LSB of the 8 bit AD0 to AD7 is responsible for the data bus, that means through which we can get or send the data from microprocessor to another device or bidirectional data bus. But this is the MSB portion. MSB portion is reserved only for the address, pointing out the address. Okay guys, next come here the point, that is what is interfacing. Interfacing is nothing but the microprocessor when is connecting to the another device like memory, like input output device, like the peripheral device. The peripheral term is most important here. Then this is called the interfacing. So here we can get the two types of interfacing, that is one is memory interface, another one is the input output interface. When microprocessor is connecting with the RAM, ROM, EPROM, then this is called the memory interfacing, where microprocessor and memory has the communications and the address bus, data bus with the control bus. They can send or receive the data, and in that case when input output device is connected with the microprocessor, and the same thing will be happen, that is called the input output interfacing. And there is also the different parts of the memory and input output interfacing. I will obviously share in another video. So guys, hopefully this video is helpful, because there is a I am here just touch some topics. Okay, and if you have any queries, any doubt, write in my comment section below. I will definitely try my best to clear all your doubts. I am going here just pointing out, because next day I will discuss about the bus system and how you have to select when the bus operation is going on, like address bus, data bus, control bus. Okay, so that's for today guys. Hope this is this video is quite helpful to you, and if you like my videos, then obviously like, share and subscribe my channel. Keep connected with my channel, and thanks for watching guys. Take care. Goodbye.